go. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Can open up Discord.
Okay, okay, yep. We got an excellent connection.
Alright, now we're in business.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't tab out of that game.
I think it was something crashed this time. However, I can't see my health.
Oh, can you
I'm gonna
can
have.
you change where your
Yeah.
head is at?
Yeah. Oh, mother.
And we got all the details in there. Okay.
I'm just gonna put my head up here because I don't think that there's anything in game up there. Cool. All right, now we're working, cooking with gas.
Great.
So you can.
Can I go live?
You may.
Sweet.
And then I'll drop the link on my socials as soon as it's live.
Sounds good. Public. Done. Save.
Sick. Nasty, man. We're finally doing it.
Yeah, here we are. This is the Mildly Morose channel, the Mildly Morose live stream. We're looking at the game Godfall. Eli's in the driver's seat this evening.
What's up?
I am, yeah, sitting on the side here. And so, how much of this game have you played, Eli?
Probably the first hour. So I just wanted to, get past all the super basic tutorial stuff. But
okay.
Yeah, that's what I've got so far.
And you've read maybe a good bit on the subreddit, and people are like absolutely hating this game.
Yeah, basically, lots of people hating on this game, big time. It's, I think there were some lofty expectations. I felt like I knew exactly what I was going to get myself into, so I had very tempered expectations.
Yeah, I mean, when you have loot or a part of anything,
you just know that it's probably not going to totally deliver. But look, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, it's a game. There's some minor issues I'm noticing with, I think it's specifically a PC issue, like where the camera, because the character turns with the camera, they get a little stuttery sometimes.
Okay.
But otherwise, this is just a good old linear hack and slash dungeon crawler. I mean, it's really not reinventing the wheel. And I think people who... I had this long discussion with someone today. But before we actually get started, you want to send me the link on Discord so that I can copy paste it to people?
Oh, yeah.
Because I am having trouble pulling it up from the YouTube app.
How do I get that link?
Oh, I'm
in YouTube Studio right now, so I should...
there should be a little thing that says get shareable link, right next to it. It's like that little, greater than, less than blip with the two circles on the end. So you see the video, right? Oh, are you? I wonder if you're on the same page I'm in.
I am in the.
Is it the dark pane or the white the white?
The dark one.
Just go back to YouTube, as the Mildly Morose man.
Okay.
And then go to the YouTube Studio or wherever you'd see your videos, and then just go to live, and it should be in there. And you can just hit the little share.
Okay, here we go.
Icon.
Yeah.
And then drop it in Discord here.
There we go.
Yeet.
Got it.
And then let me know how it sounds in YouTube. I'm sure it's fine, but. And then
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that actually sounds pretty good. Cool. Did not mean to click that. And then we'll get started.
I think it sounds pretty good. We're getting some, maybe some fuzzy, some white noise.
Oh, I wonder if that's my... What if I turn down my gain a little bit? Is that better? Am I still hard to hear, or can you hear me? Dan?
I'm listening to the live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's better. I think I can still hear you pretty good on that.
Okay. Is the
video.
white noise better, or should I turn down the gain a little bit more? Because it's probably picking up my tower.
Maybe just a tad bit more.
Better?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it no longer a problem? Should I turn up the game audio? Would that help? If I turn up the master volume in game? No?
Yeah, you could turn up the master volume in game.
Alright.
Yep.
That'll probably help mask it.
Yeah, and we can start over that conversation.
Yeah. Alright, so does that sound better on YouTube then? We good?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Great. Perfect. Thank you for getting that done.
Great. Yeah, and I'm not sure. Let's see. So far, I think we're just the only ones who have tuned in.
Yeah, I haven't. I just posted it to Twitter. I don't really have much of a Twitter following, so.
Okay. But I think we're getting some viewers now. So if you guys are watching, say hi in the chat. Give you a little shout out.
All right, so hit me with those questions that we were talking about before we got started here.
Well, first off, what the heck are we playing?
We're playing Godfall, the new AAA launch day title for PS5.
Yeah.
Certainly AAA, it looks it. See how it plays.
It looks next gen.
It does. I mean, the particle effects are nuts. So.
Yeah. Boyd, we have only got just one camera. We're in different parts of the state.
Yeah.
So
disembodied
we're
voices.
just looking at Eli this evening.
Dan, and he's the guy who runs this shindig. I'm just helping out. So.
Yeah. Hey,
all
thanks
right,
for tuning in.
Let's get started.
Yeah. This is Godfall. It looks like a trailer. I mean, really.
Yeah, the whole thing does look well because it's Unreal 4. You know. It's. I did notice that with this game, no matter what, I had to change my graphics drivers a few times here and there.
Okay.
It like loads textures or like animations for a second, so you'll see that stutter, and then it'll fix itself after. So there might be some moments where it hangs up a second, but it's really just because below their health bar.
Now, do you feel weak, or do you feel strong at the beginning of the game?
Oh, dude, I've been plowing through enemies with them.
Okay.
This guy's a bit stronger than the other enemies I fought.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize for that haughty comment that you just made. Just kidding. But you played for an hour, is that right?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Have you noticed like you've gotten a new bit of armor, or like you've gotten a new ability within?
I did get this second Valor plate after. Oh my gosh, I beat this guy earlier just fine. Now that I'm trying to. Ooh. Okay.
Is this Demon Souls that you're playing?
Feels like it. It's not usually like that. I mean, usually it's pretty easy to plow through these guys, so.
It's not, no worries. Don't get, too shy or stressed about your performance in front of
See, that's what I'm saying. Like right there, where like I charged up my back for the first time, like you get like that weird stutter.
Okay, I am seeing some stuttering, but I
yeah,
don't know if that's...
and then it goes away. I don't know what it is. It's like the first time it does any sort of animation that's not been done before. It like hangs up. So.
Yeah, that's got to just be a stability issue.
I think so. So there's these cool attacks that you can do. So you saw that like white bar over this guy's health, right?
Yeah.
Basically, when that bar, like the bigger that bar is, when you hit them with a tap R2 attack, it's called a soul shatter, and it basically breaks that entire portion of the health bar.
Okay.
So it's a way to keep the combat kind of flowing and fluid. Ooh, new weapons.
Okay.
All right, let's check these out. Whoa.
Now, how would you describe like the gameplay loop? And like, are you at the beginning of a level? Do you even call things a level?
Whoa, what the heck is this? Oh, is that for Borderlands? Nice. Okay, definitely be playing with that. Sorry, what'd you ask?
Borderlands?
Yeah, it's Gearbox is the publisher of this game, so.
Oh, did they make Borderlands?
They did. Polearm? Yeah, let's give that a shot. Alright. I'm here for it. Let's see what's up.
So you got like a legendary sword at the beginning of the game. Or a spear.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Wow. Did you pay money for that?
No. In fact, I got this game for free. Not because...
Yeah, you did get it for free. They didn't send it to you, but
no,
you got it with your...
With my GPU.
With your new graphics card.
Yeah, I also got Shadowlands, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, some big games. Really.
Yeah, I have not been able to play Shadowlands yet, though, and got delayed again.
Right.
And I'm still leveling, so... Okay, this area is way more open than the starting area. The starting one was basically just, like, hallways.
Yeah. So, like, tell us about the gameplay a little bit. You have, like, maybe a player hub, and then you picked this mission to go on.
Yes.
And you just run through it from A to B.
So basically, the start of the game sets up the story, which, you know, there is a little bit of story here. What is this? All right, yeah. So it like sets up the story. Sealed by spirit tethers in the environment, destroying 3 spirit tethers will unlock a rare chest. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and is it any more than the opening trailer that they basically give you, or is that? Like
I mean, it is the opening trailer, but it's also you kind of like run through this like dilapidated castle.
Okay.
And
yeah,
when you do a boss
guess
fight
what?
at the
The
end,
world's falling apart, and there's one good guy and there's a bad guy.
Yeah,
and you're the good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on the lore, there was some question of whether or not we were actually good guys, but yeah, no, you're basically a deposed king. Your brother's a bad dude.
Yeah, and it's your brother. That's the worst.
All right, where did I get all the soul tethers? I didn't think so. Unless there's just 2.
Not sure.
Yeah,
Oh, is that are you accomplishing some mission tasks?
It just told
Or
me to
you
do
just-
it, so I'm...
Okay.
Alright.
Well, this is probably still tutorial kind of area, right?
Yeah. Oh, it is task. Okay, can't go through there.
What the heck are we looking at? What went? Why did the screen go dark?
Oh, what? It went dark? Are you
Yeah.
not seeing anything?
No, it like
Oh,
it's like you were.
It's I think it's
Like,
telling
you
me
know
I
that
gotta
time
go
when
that
the
way.
screen went really dark? and
Yeah, I'm doing it now. It's like this like spirit sense thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
Oh, there that is. Okay.
Oh, so that makes it easier to see objectives.
Oh, okay. Here, ready for this? Shield throw. Maybe? There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah. You had me very worried for a second. I was like, the stream went down?
No.
Great. All right. Looks like I got a ring and a bead.
How many times are you gonna get to open this chest?
Different chest.
Oh, is that a different one?
Sorry.
They all look the same.
They do. It's
whoever was working on the quality control of building these treasure chests, they brilliant.
Okay. I am already doing awful. Here we go. Alright, where do I go? There we go. Alright. Now I go back this way.
So, for a game that came out recently, like Marvel Avengers, would you have any knowledge or know-how to compare the two?
No.
Okay. I feel like there's some similarities. I haven't played Avengers, and I haven't played this game. I'm watching it for the first time.
Oh, what the heck? Okay. Ah! I'm using weapons I've never used before, so...
Okay. Hey, we're learning with you.
Yeah.
Is that a ranged attack that just got you? Did you switch back to the sword you were using?
I did. Oh! Yep. Okay. Whew.
But I didn't see you go into the menu when you switched weapons.
Oh, you can equip 2 at a time.
Oh, okay. So you have 2. Okay.
So you can switch between the 2. Oof.
And that has got to be part of the combat system.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just not used to this controller setup. It's
okay.
different than I'm.
How do they use triggers to attack or what?
Yeah.
Or base buttons? It is triggers.
Yeah, it's R1 and R2 for your attacks.
Why did they do that?
I'm not sure personally, but it's alright.
That's how when I was playing Sekiro. That's how the controller was mapped out. But that game became a whole lot easier. I never finished it, by the way, but it got a lot easier.
Right.
When I remapped the controller to have the just the common attacks on the face buttons.
Right, and that's what I'm used to. But this game you can't remap your key bindings. So that is something to keep in mind.
Yeah, Limit Breaker, you are absolutely right. This is he is commenting on the exceptionally pretty environments.
Big time, yeah. They're very.
Yeah, this is definitely it's a showcase of just I think the new graphics, what's coming.
I mean, this is really some of the major potential of Unreal Engine 4, I think.
And is that what is that the newest engine for Unreal?
Yep.
Okay, so like that PS5 demo, do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
That was Unreal Engine 4 with the dynamic lighting and all that business. Okay.
Okay, I'm not used to playing games and talking at the same time.
It's tough.
It is.
You just keep doing your best. Especially if you're trying to learn a game at the same time.
I'm also trying to just remember and like read tags.
Oh, Limit Breakers is asking if the PS5 demo was Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, that could be, I suppose.
Yeah.
In which case, this might be Unreal Engine 5. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm getting my butt kicked. What the heck?
The High Lord has teleported, but he
Okay,
hasn't
glad that
gone
was
yet.
actually supposed to be the boss. I feel less bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The Limit
Nice.
Breaker, you are 100% correct. I just checked. It's Unreal Engine 5.
Okay, this one is?
So
Or the
that's
demo?
that was the PS5 tech demo.
Oh.
I'll check if Godfall is running on Unreal Engine 5.
Dude, okay. These weapons look legit. I'm here for it.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, Godfall is not on Unreal Engine 5.
This is 4, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was built using Unreal Engine 4.25.
Gotcha. Okay. You know, I've always felt like Unreal Engine games have some like wonkiness to them. Anyway,
What do they have to them?
just some wonkiness. Like I think that this is where the minor stuttering we've encountered kind of comes in.
Yeah, depending on how.
Oh, I died.
Like, ooh. Oh, did you die?
Damn it.
Dang. Yeah, but it does. I mean, for a late iteration of Unreal Engine 4 to look this good,
Oh yeah.
and to know that 5 is still ahead of us. I mean, I think games are they're really gonna look stellar.
There we go. I needed to get that parry off.
Yeah. So Limit Breaker, we are excited with you all the way.
Oop. Okay, those red attacks, you can't block those, so you kind of just have to dodge.
You have to parry those. Okay.
No, you can't even parry them. You have to dodge them.
Oh, so how many? What? You've got block, parry, and dodge?
Yep. So that's where I was having trouble. I was trying to remember what I'm supposed to do in which situation.
Yeah, jeez.
Oof. Man, those cards, or that, these great sword attacks are.
Was that the first time you died?
Yeah.
Ever? Okay.
I've been close
so,
a few times, so I think it's just the. I mean, the combat is simple. It's just there's a certain amount of learning curve that comes with.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna just let you walk all over the place. You're gonna have to.
I mean, the first enemies barely did anything to you until you got further into the dungeon. I mean, they like looked at you and they're like, okay, you can kill me. That's what I'm here for. So now this guy.
Hand it over.
But reloading into the game was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Macros has gone mad.
So I wonder what that will be like.
Get that shield finish this guy.
And it seemed like it put you right back outside of the encounter that you died at. So,
Yeah.
do you know how frequently this game is auto-saving? And
No. I think it's pretty generous.
okay. Now, is this playable in multiplayer, or do you have to play whatever you're doing? Is this like
does have
single
multiplayer
player
almost,
story?
but I've heard that there's no matchmaking or something, and I'm not really sure what's up with that.
Really?
There might be some confusion about. I think there might be some confusion for like the subreddit seems very ill-informed. I actually applied to be a mod for this game, and then I saw how toxic the subreddit was getting today. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I'm like, this just sounds not
that's
ideal.
Too bad. Yeah, I was so surprised to hear how people were reacting to it. Oh, do you think there's some overlap with the Monster Hunter community?
I mean a little maybe because of Eric's,
Yeah.
but it sounds like the okay. So it seems like the male voice for this game is voiced by Liam Neeson, and if they got him to voice the main character, I'm concerned that that's where all the budget for this game went, or all like the marketing budget.
Man,
Nice.
if they got Liam Neeson though, they would have totally put him in a commercial.
I feel like it. Oh yes, there we go. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. You ever just kill a guy with his own hammer?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was pretty cool. I will give it that. That was nice. My mouse off the screen here. Ooh, dual blades.
Finishers, do those finishers take place in like normal encounters as well?
I think so.
Okay, not just boss fights.
Yeah. I think I like that greatsword. Oh, crud. Oh.
Yeah, for anybody who's just joining us, we're playing Godfall, which released sort of exclusively on PS5, but it also released on the Epic Games Store. And Eli here is playing it on PC.
Yeah.
With an AMD graphics card. What are you using here?
The always delightfully unstable 5700 XT.
All right.
The driver's been better.
You've had some issues,
yeah.
But it's has it been mostly stable?
Since I figured them out, yeah. I've had a few times though where yeah, it's just been inexplicable crashing. So I'm just running it on stock at this point because I can't seem to find a good balance point with undervolting and increasing the power limit. So just running it stock and it's fine. Some of the games I play end up being problematic or just like not well optimized for AMD, so then I have issues. But
AMD is
really,
like
really nice.
Maybe at the forefront of like console gaming, but when it comes to PC, do you think Nvidia has an edge?
I think just Nvidia throws more money at trying to get things specifically Nvidia optimized.
Okay. Yeah. It's a part of their marketing for sure.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay.
But I tell you what, I've been trying some of the latest Ubisoft titles with my a card that's getting old at this point, but a GTX 1070.
Yeah.
It's an Nvidia card. And I don't know if it's Ubisoft, I don't know if it's my card, but it's probably a little bit of both. Their games are not stable.
Yeah, they're not well optimized. Oh man, I gotta remember to play this more like Dark Souls. It's not hard like Dark Souls, but I think it requires me to do a lot more circle strafing than I'm doing.
Okay.
I was like, I really don't want to just have to start circle strafing to win. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. And now I tried out Assassin's Creed Valhalla today because I got a month of Ubisoft Plus or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
I did that for Legion, and the month hasn't run out, and Valhalla released. So I'm like, I should give this a try. It crashed like 2 times within the first 30 minutes,
Dude,
and it kind of just soured me to it a bit, so I put it down.
I've also just heard that it's really not worth your time.
You've heard bad things about it?
Yeah, at least some of the reviewers I watch are like, it is more bloated than Odyssey was.
Really?
Even though they said it wasn't. What? Oh gosh, I teleported. That was weird.
Because I've heard basically just people raving about it or saying that it is good.
I mean, I think probably because it looks good and probably plays good, but the one reviewer I typically listen to is Skillup, and he was like, look, I know I'm going to be the dissident opinion here, but I really feel like this game does not respect your time. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
take it with a grain of salt.
I wonder, because the other thing that I was hearing is that the side quest just seemed better.
Oh, that could be.
They don't call them side quests, they call them like mysteries or something like that.
Yeah.
But they seem more interesting, more varied. That's what I've heard. But this is from people who really liked Odyssey, like the direction that the Creed games were going. And so I think that makes a difference. Like, I feel like if you liked Odyssey, you probably will like Valhalla.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And I think that's really who it's made for. It's made for people who like that style of open world Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, collectathons. And that's good. I'm glad that there's people out there who do like that. Or else Ubisoft would be wasting their money on stuff that people simply, whoa, why'd that guy die? Interesting.
Yeah, critical hit maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, I am gonna give it a couple more tries, but like I didn't get through the tutorial area, so maybe they'll release PC hotfixes or something like that.
Why are all of these characters dying? I'm so concerned. What am I doing that it's so good? Like I'm not even attacking them, and they're just keeling over.
Yeah, and Limit Breaker made another comment about Odyssey, just saying that he felt like it was bloated. That game bounced off of me probably, I don't know, 3 hours in or so. I'm just like, man, this is just not for me. I don't know why.
Oh, apparently I'm supposed to go back to the Sanctum. I'm like, what am I doing here?
Oh, have you completed the mission?
I suppose I did. Alright, how do I break these without...
I think your shield worked, didn't it?
Yeah, but I think I gotta get rid of them all before...
Like all at the same time?
Without getting knocked on the ground. There we go.
So are you dodging or are you parrying?
Neither. And I mean, it was dodging, but this weapon has some range.
Okay.
Some range on it. Oh, crud.
I think this is a chest opening simulator.
I think so.
With light combat mechanics.
Good grief. Captain America shield. Alright, you know what?
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't think I want to open these chests. That's okay.
Now,
how do I go
like when I was
back?
watching the gameplay, it did remind me a bit of Monster Hunter. And I'm like, it's probably not that far off. Is that a fair assessment?
No, I don't think so. I think there's maybe in like the selecting a mission and then going into the world and then doing the mission, sure, but like
Okay.
I think it's not as Monster Hunty as I personally would like. So we got Soul Shatter, Shield Throw. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Alright, let's put on some items. Chance to ignite.
Got some new gear here?
Yeah.
Hey, how do you feel about the armor plates giving you gender? Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how that works?
I think it's fine. I haven't heard the character talk since I put this on. It's whatever to me.
How does that work? Are you like?
It doesn't show
what are you?
That's really the question. They don't really show you what you are. I'm assuming that you're some sort of like ethereal being, and then you like take over this Valor plate.
Yeah, you just live in them somehow.
Yeah.
Well done. We have the rites of ascension. I'll study this spell and learn its secrets. But I cannot fight Macros and his army. That job is yours, and yours alone. Are you ready to see what you are up against?
Show me my enemies.
Master a new skill? Why would I want to do that?
Oh, you just spoke there.
Oh man. I know, I just spoke. Why would I need to talk to her again?
Macros.
Alright, here we go.
He's not a god yet. Tell me how the rites of ascension work.
In order to complete the rites,
So who's this lady anyways?
to absorb a massive amount of Ethereum.
No clue.
I doubt he's gathering all of that energy on his own.
Exactly. Each of his lieutenants is channeling elemental energies for him.
They'll be his strongest allies.
Without a doubt. But remember, when you defeat them, their strength will become your own. This is Zamora the Farseer. Her VARGUL warriors hold the Earth realm for Macros.
She's a powerful sorcerer.
She's an animal, fighting to survive. She's sealed herself
That's
in her
pretty
lair
cool.
behind the prismatic falls. You'll have to find a way to breach her defenses. Next, you'll face Lunara. It's in the water realm, drawing magical energy from beneath the surface.
Lunara is a guardian construct. It won't be easy.
Lunara is mindless.
One thing
but
I'll give this
still
game
dangerous.
is the
Unfortunately, its
design is
participation in the rites has
off
only
the
made it
charts.
more powerful.
I recognize this
Yeah,
one.
this is some good,
Greaves Sunsteel.
Greaves is a godsmith and a madman.
good character
He is
models.
responsible
Yeah.
for arming most of Macros' elite warriors.
He is also a master of fire magic.
He only serves Macros because it benefits himself. Lastly, Gildan Commander, a true believer in Macros' right to become a god. He holds court in the air realm, forcing trials of combat on unwilling souls.
I don't know this one.
Macros sees him as your replacement.
Killing his lieutenants isn't enough. I have to face him.
Macros absorbs the Ethereum they send him. He believes he is already unstoppable.
He's wrong. I'll stop him.
Man, one thing that always kills me. I hate when the main character is the one giving exposition. I would have been completely fine with that sequence if the main if Orin didn't also say they are this, they are that. It's like, okay, I get it. You were like, you knew all of these people already, but like.
So who is this three-headed lady? What the heck is that?
Her name
about?
is the Seventh Sanctum.
Macros and all of his men.
I
You
guess
must train. I
she
found a man who can
knows
He
the
is
main
a
character.
goldsmith
It
of
was a
some
little
renown
unclear.
Who can help you craft and upgrade your gear.
Okay, is she like your Cortana?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know what they say? Two heads are three heads are better than one.
In theory, except the other two don't talk.
Weird.
What do you think so far, Dan?
Yeah, it's. I think it's all about how it feels.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I think
Yeah.
it feels fine to play.
Strangers
Does it
are
feel
not
good?
well liked by the Vargul.
Yeah, once you get in the groove, I think it's a
They
little.
will attack you
I always
in
have this with new
secret.
games where like I have trouble like getting into them, because I think it's
Okay.
just so much easier to just play stuff I already know. Camera's a little sticky.
Do you feel like there's any mystery in the story? Because I feel like it just went through like every story beat that you're going to hit.
Yep, I was just gonna say that. It feels like they had a writing team for the lore, and then let the like design team create the story, and I think that's a problem. As someone who like wants to get into video game design, I think it's really important to, you know, have a writing team that writes and they help shape the conversation around how the story goes. You know?
I wonder why they made that decision to show you, like, here's each general that you're going to fight.
Well, you know who else did that? When we were playing Division 2, they were like, here are the people you're gonna kill in this expansion, and you're like,
right.
Like, why? I would prefer to pretend that I didn't know.
Those totems are full of magic.
Yeah.
Smash them, and that
That's
magic
interesting.
can be yours.
Oh my, what is going on with this map marker? Ouch. Ow.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Hades lately on the Switch.
How was that?
It's really good. It's the first game in a while that I have been playing, and I look up at the clock and I think, how in the world did that hour just fly by? Like, I really do get lost in the experience, and like, I don't even think about what time it is, which is a little dangerous. But I can't remember the last time that I was that gripped by a video game. I mean, maybe like Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Man, I think the last time I fell into that, I think, was when I was playing The Messenger.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
actually, I think I enjoyed games a lot more when I was doing those reviews, because I had to finish them, unless I like really hated it.
Yeah, because you have a hard time finishing games. Is that what you said, Flavor?
To a point, I just like, yeah, I do, but I think it comes down to more like, if there's too much bloat, I'm just like, why am I? The story isn't worth the bloat, then like, and it's usually not.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think I got probably about 12 hours into Legion, and I don't feel the need to go back.
Well, Legion wasn't really about much of anything other than just like player stories, you know, like player-made stories.
Right. Right. It's about falling in love with that gameplay, and you know, it didn't really grab me that much. It's neat, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just wasn't for me. And seriously, the last time I played it, it crashed on me, and I'm like, you know what?
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't need to
There's
do
an
this
Ethereum
again.
seal over
So.
the fortress gate.
Yeah.
Tell me
Dude,
where
you know
else.
what's interesting?
I can
When
shatter
we were
these
talking
magical
about
barriers if we were able to gather enough
just kind of like all this stuff, I was remembering
Head to the base of the
that you can
prismatic
tell a
forest.
lot about a
There is
game
source of rich
based on the
Ethereum
kinds
there
of
we
language
can
they use in the marketing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, tell me more.
You see what I see.
Basically,
housed
I've
within your
noticed
bountiful.
over time,
I can affect
well,
the
also
world
just
through
being in
you.
marketing myself, that usually you can tell if something has a lot of substance or not based on the language used. And like when I saw this game using things like exploit weak points, fast-paced combat, and like one other thing is like its 3 main marketing points, I was like, this game doesn't have a lot going on.
Okay.
Which is why I was able to temper my expectations, because I'm like, oh, this is marketing speak for we're not sure how to sell this game. And I don't think that it's actually that bad. I mean, it's like, for me, it's about as engaging as like Diablo 3 was, and that game did not hook me, you know.
Okay.
I know that's going to be a controversial statement for someone.
Yeah, some people really like that game.
I know they do. I am well aware that people like that game. Not that I don't like it, I'm just saying, like, Diablo 3 doesn't hook me.
Yeah. So do you think you're going to bounce off this game, Eli?
I'm gonna. I think the main story of this game is like 8 hours.
Oh, really?
It's not very long.
Okay,
However, the end game could be interesting.
Sure.
It's like
do you get to the end game by the end of the story?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. That's not too long of a grind compared to a lot of other games.
Yeah, we'll see. It might be a bit longer. If it ends up being longer than that, I might. Because, like, basically this game is just hitting R1 until you win, basically. With some nuance there. Like, these enemies are really easy to kill. There's, like, 0 effort needed to...
So, what the heck do they use the phase buttons for if it's not the main attacks?
X is dodge. Y is to switch weapons. Square is to heal. That's it.
Okay. Wait, did you just say that there's a Y and a square on your controller?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I have Xbox inputs and I'm playing on a PS3, PS4 controller.
Okay.
I was having a senior moment there.
No, I was like...
I heard it too, and I'm like, I think I had said something wrong.
Could have modded, you know, put like a mutant splice between an Xbox and a PS4 controller.
Pretty much. Oh, how did that miss? Come on. Anybody still hanging around?
We might not have anybody. Sometimes it updates, and it's like, oh yeah, there were 5 people watching. So, yeah. How much longer do you want to play this game? I mean, tonight, not like ever.
What time is it now?
It is 8:42.
How long have we been on? 45 minutes?
Yeah, 47.
Yeah. How many people were watching before?
I don't know. We've got 5 people right now, actually.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, Limit Breaker is still there. He's asking how are you feeling about the game? It sounds like
yet.
Eli, you're gonna come back to it. You might finish the story because it's only 8 hours.
Oh my god.
Simon says he's here.
Hey, cool. Hey, Simon.
Hey.
What do I gotta do? Destroy totems. Okay. That's a good question. Well, because I didn't really pay for this game, I don't really have much skin on it. I want to at least give it a fair shake because there could be something that really hooks me, but...
Yeah, especially, like, do you think you would have put down $60 or is it $70 to buy into this thing?
Yeah, I would not have put the money down for that. I already have a hard enough time putting down a full 60 on a new game. Like,
right.
Putting it down for... Cyberpunk is going to be real. Going to be a real struggle for me.
You haven't pre-ordered it?
No.
Are you planning on getting it day 1 or no?
Thinking about it. I haven't decided yet.
Still thinking about it. Okay.
I probably will. I have a feeling that Apex and Destiny aren't really going to keep my attention. That said, too, like, I'm trying to really figure out what I like out of video games, like what I really enjoy from them. Because I suspect that my taste might run different than what I think they do. Because for a while there, I thought I was like big JRPG guy, and it really turns out that I wasn't, and I was making myself play a bunch of JRPGs.
Really?
Yeah. I think because I just grew up watching anime, and I love anime. I was like, oh, I must just be a JRPG guy, right?
Hey, Simon says that Cyberpunk is on sale at Amazon. It's still $10 off or so.
Can I pre-order it on PC for that?
I think so. Simon, do you happen to know if you can pre-order for PC off of Amazon?
If not, I'm sure Green Man Gaming will have a
Yep.
very similar.
Yeah, you can.
Oof.
You can pre-order for PC. That's exactly what Simon did.
Okay. I don't like this guy. Oof.
Yeah, thanks for the tip, Simon.
I got the Destiny 2 expansion, or the Beyond Light expansion. I got
Okay.
that through Green Man Gaming for like super cheap, like 15% off, I think. It was... Oof.
So what's the last JRPG you played?
Oh, trying to think. Final Fantasy 15, I think. Oh, Kingdom Hearts, technically, but
Kingdom Hearts 3?
yeah. Which I did not like that game, and I was a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Really disappointed by it.
Yeah.
Kidding me? Ads.
I didn't play it. Oh. You responded to the game, not
Yeah. You're fine.
Oh, that guy, those guys came out of nowhere,
I
yeah.
know. I'm not here for it. I don't like it.
Yeah, $70 game prices are going to be tough. It's
It's gonna be a
definitely-
real tough value proposition. I hear people.
Yeah.
I see people online being like, "Oh, man, it's just a night of drinks out with friends." I'm like, apparently you guys drink a lot, because drinks out with friends for me is like I spend maybe $10.
Right.
Unless I get food, but even then, it's
Oh, is that
sub
what they're
$20.
saying? It's like it's a difference of $10, maybe.
No, they're saying like $70 is like a night out on the weekend with friends.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, bro! I don't spend that much money when I go out drinking.
Well, if you're hopping, you know, hit up a couple of different spots, you could rack up a tab. But yeah, I think this is gonna probably make people more selective on their day one purchases. Like I was rarely a day one buyer this last generation.
Yeah, Ooh. Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. Simon, he's saying if you live in the city, $70 is like 3 drinks. So not much, I guess.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah.
All right, what's this character?
Well, and that probably includes tip, I hope. But
all right, this sword. That's pretty cool.
did you get another legendary weapon?
Purple.
Okay.
You
Is
know-
gold legendary, or is that? Am I just making that up?
No, it is, because...
Okay.
What? What the heck?
It just
Who is
seems
this?
right at this point.
Lauren? You're alive.
Xenon, I didn't know.
I do. I wonder how did
And I didn't know you were
these
still
colors
alive.
have become established, like across video games?
I know.
Perhaps we'll survive Macros'
That's kinda
madness
weird.
after all.
Come, we have much to discuss.
Are we going into a sanctum? Oh, Lauren.
All right, this was a very Dark Soulsy moment. Run into an NPC in the middle of nowhere with cryptic dialogue. All right, so here's the thing I struggle with these looter games.
Okay.
Everybody knows how they work in concept, right? They get, yeah, you have rarity, and weapons do things, and rarity determines the kind of effects they have. But it has been such a long time since somebody has figured out a good way to make this loot feel valuable.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
The last time I genuinely felt like loot was valuable was when I got my first set of purple Arns in Destiny 1 when I was playing on my Xbox account, which I just lost that character for good.
Okay.
Oh, apparently.
What makes that stand out?
Just because that was the moment, that was the first time I had gotten a purple ever. Like, I had beaten the game, and aside from the legendary weapon they give you at the end of the campaign, I had never gotten a purple after like 10 hours of post-game, and I was like, this is amazing, right? And they weren't even that good. But then the time before that was actually the drop rates of Borderlands, where you could get specific legendaries to drop from bosses if you farmed them, and you'd have to farm them like 80 times before you get the drop sometimes.
Jeez.
But that game kind of got around. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to go back to the Sanctum. Oh boy. But like,
yeah, I did. I wanted to ask about these environments. Like, are these, because you sort of mentioned like that Dark Souls moment where you found this NPC that you could have a conversation with. Can you go back and like search out these maps, or do you can you only like go to these specific places during a mission moment?
That's a good question. I'm not sure yet.
So this is
Okay.
the inside of a sanctum.
She's quite something. Though I did not expect her to be so independent.
She's a living being, Orin.
And do you
Not
know,
merely some
it's
weapon
not like
to be wielded.
Well, in
it's
that
not like
case,
they're
I'll have to look to
auto-generated,
you
right?
for the
I mean,
weapons.
they
You
are.
never change.
These are all
I'll
handmade, yeah.
provide you with basic
Okay.
arms. The rest we can forge. Here, this will help.
See, I love this
Sacred
character
Go
design a lot.
Light the forge with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they must have had great art direction from the start.
Yeah, which gets back to, like, you make a looter. You have all of these amazing concepts for Valor plates and armor. Like, these are all just really compelling. Like, Warframe levels of compelling, if not better, in my opinion. I know that could be controversial, but where the heck is the Lion's Mane one? I like this one. Sorry, what was I saying? Stuff about
Compelling
things.
character.
Compelling character. You have all
armor.
this compelling character design, and then it doesn't totally feel like it gels together. Like, it feels like disparate parts.
Really?
A little bit. Like, it's not
with-
bad. It's just
In terms of combat, story, I mean, what's...
it feels like there should be a way for this all to flow together better than it currently is, and I'm not really sure what.
So, specifically, like the hub world and missions in and out of zones, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, some of that for sure.
Yeah, it did seem kind of weird. The way that you got back to the hub world was from the pause menu?
Yeah. Which I thought was interesting. Oh,
Yeah,
right, I
that's
actually
kind of
gotta put
weird.
this guy on. See? And then you just swap into it like that. There's no ceremony. It's just... Which I guess is fine. I'm not really bothered by that.
Well,
But
there's no cutscene.
Upgrade your
Like,
equipment once
you're in the
again
new
for
set of armor now?
materials.
Yep.
Oh, you were talking about the map. Oh,
No, I was talking about the armor.
no, you're talking about the armor. Okay.
Change your equipment to improve its rarity, augments and combat items.
That's
cannot be-
yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of jarring, actually.
Yeah. Ooh, I can upgrade this. What does it do? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, does anybody watching on YouTube have any final questions for us about Godfall or life?
Anything? Please. Please. Ask me a question.
Hey, Steven, thanks for joining us.
Sorry, guys, I gotta dip into these menus.
Oh, Steven asked, what is Godfall?
It is a looter slasher dungeon crawler, basically.
Yeah, and Limit Breaker doesn't really like the grind of some of these games.
Yeah.
These loot-focused games in general. And does it already feel super grindy?
Not yet.
Eli is only about 2 hours in, so...
It's not, doesn't feel grindy yet, but, I'm not really sure what, we'll see,
Yeah. At the late game, sometimes these things totally change. So it's hard to know
Yeah.
from the opening hours what the game will be like.
It's good you found Xenon. He'll be useful.
See what I'm talking about? That guy sounds like
He's
Liam
also a
Neeson, right?
friend of yours.
He'll seem sick.
We're at war.
You had
and I
mentioned
only have
that,
time for
yeah.
those we find useful.
Perhaps.
Liam Neeson might be in the voice acting.
Usefulness
You'll have to
comes
roll the
after
credits and
pay.
see.
I can also just pull up
What I
IMDb real
care
quick.
about is defeating Macros.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
If Xenon can
I
help
guess I
us
could
do
do that.
that, so much the better.
I don't think it's
From
Liam
an
Neeson.
Earth sigil
It
we
sounded like.
acquired at the VARGUL fortress, I've been able to locate Zamora the Farseeing. She's at her lair behind the Prismatic Falls. You need
See,
to
I
acquire
don't
enough Earth
see-
sigils, including the one we already
I don't see
have,
voice actors
before
for
we can
Godfall.
enter her lair.
I'm not the first person to say it sounds like Liam Neeson either.
Oh, is that right?
Alright, anyway. It is what it is. Alright,
it
so
could
basically
be.
this game really feels like it's mostly just go kill bosses.
Oh, and
Oh, here's
no,
your
you just
answer
play
to
as
your
a
question.
single character.
Yeah.
Simon, he's asking, how are you a man now? Did you just change armor and completely change characters?
No. So basically, I think that the race of beings that use these Valor plates are just ethereal, like, spirits, basically. And so when they swap into different Valor plates, the Valor plates actually have voices built into them.
Yeah. It's basically like the opposite of Luigi's Mansion. I think that's what we're playing here.
Alright, I think this is where I go next. I've been playing Beyond Light as well when I can, and that's been pretty fun. It's way grindier than I remember Destiny being, though. Has me a little concerned. Like, it's hard, but it's hard because I haven't been grinding enough, I think.
We're looking for weapons to add to our
In
arsenal.
Destiny?
Yeah.
The
It's
items
been-
are in the alluvial plains.
Okay,
Okay.
apparently I've already
Mark
unlocked
the
that.
weapon cache.
Yeah. Oh, going back to that conversation about meaningful loot.
They won't
Yes,
let us walk
thank
into
you.
their territory unchallenged.
Then we'll
Elder
just take
Scrolls
what we
Online.
need by force.
When I finally got set pieces from I think they're called raids. I mean the end game dungeons
Yeah.
that you could do in that game. That was really
Head to the
meaningful.
watchtower.
Like
The alluvial
I had
plains
probably been
safe
playing for,
zones
like,
are there. Be prepared to
oh
fight.
gosh,
The
600
VARGUL
hours
claimed its
Holy.
before
without the previous
I
defenders.
got
Before you
some
got
of that
those, yeah.
end game like meta loot.
Yeah.
You can definitely go for that stuff a lot earlier, but the way that I was playing the game, it took me quite a long time. But when I finally got that stuff, it really made a difference. And the way that ESO is set up, like I could go back today, and that loot would still be relevant, which is really cool.
How is it? How do they do that? How do they accomplish that?
They have not increased the level cap for years.
Interesting. So they
Yeah.
basically just completely shut down any chance for power creep?
Yeah, lately, because they haven't even upped, like, there's like a stat climb that you're on after you reach level cap, and you're boosting, you know, small numbers about critical chance and damage and stuff like that.
This sword is too strong. I'm taking it off.
Yeah, so there's that, but even that has a cap that they haven't increased in a while. But the armor level cap you reach a lot sooner. And they release new sets, but you know, they don't increase the level cap, so the old sets are still relevant, and sometimes it doesn't even change the meta, although it usually is altered a little bit, but it's not like totally new. You know, some of the strong sets are still very, very strong. So I've appreciated that about Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, Simon says there is simply too much loot variation in ESO. I actually sort of stopped playing at the beginning of this latest expansion. So I was curious about some of the new sets, but I never got to really try them out. And Limit Breaker asks, how deep are the move sets for weapons in this game? Just light, heavy charge attacks?
So there's a light combo, there's a heavy combo, and then there's just kind of these like special attacks you can do with them. I think the skill part of the combat just comes from knowing when to tie your moves together, like when to parry, when to use soul shatters. Like, it's more context sensitive than it is like difficult to pull off.
What a strange device.
Like combos and stuff, which I kind of miss about games like this, where like it's not just slapping them with like a light attack until they're dead.
Let's head into the alluvial plains.
I don't remember the last time that I've played a game though where that was actually a thing, because like even Dark Souls had a certain amount of just like light heavy, and you just needed to know when to hit enemies.
Yeah, it was about learning the enemies and things like that. Are the enemies easy to read?
They're getting easier to read now that I'm getting used to the game. Before it was just like I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what this boss is gonna do, but I noticed with games in particular, the way that they kind of help you figure out enemy attack patterns is by using similar similar character chassis, so that you kind of instinctively know, oh, they're probably gonna attack in this weird way, like this other enemy, but maybe a little bit different. But you'll kind of be able to figure it out based on design context. Ouchie.
Yeah, and Simon made a comment that ESO has gotten a little repetitive over the years, and like that's sort of the con of the con to the pro, that not upping the level cap, I think.
It makes your loot valuable, but the game itself ends up not being nearly as engaging as it could be.
I think from expansion to expansion, I think they try to do too much too often. Like this yearly expansion release, I think it's making the content a little drab, but I think they shift the focus on the stories that they can tell, but I don't know, the stories that they can tell, like in the MMO setting, is not that compelling. So I think it is for some people, but it's not for me necessarily. What grabbed me the most about that game was the combat system. I actually really liked it a lot.
You know what? speaking of just like things that grab, you know what would have, I think, immediately made this game more compelling to me? And I know it's going to sound counterintuitive because I said that I wasn't the biggest fan of Diablo earlier. Imagine this isometric.
Really?
Like more of a top-down game. And like maybe you did kind of this like 3D transition for like the finishers and stuff. But like I almost imagine all of this just from a different angle, because I think that this game would be so much more forgiven for a lot of the things that people want it to be that it's not, if it was set up to be more of the genre it belongs in, which is that hack and slash looter, dungeon crawler, you know?
Yeah, and there have been a lot of bad games in this genre recently. So for anybody that makes a game like this these days, they've got a lot to prove. And it's like, it's not even their fault.
Right, well, it's because, you know, Anthem, Destiny dropped the ball for a while. I'm trying to think what else dropped the ball. Avengers really, I think, turned people off.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure, like... I don't know, it didn't seem like that game was bad, but it's like
the story was good, I heard, but everything else about it was just underbaked.
Well, I don't know. I think people are harder on these games nowadays than they would have been had we not had some just... I mean, seriously, Anthem was like so bad. It's on a different level of...
It's on a different level of bad.
Terribleness. Yes, seriously.
It really is.
And like, and I think that is still rubbing off on these other games.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first thing on the subreddit. If you go there, they're like, "Ugh, it's just as bad as Anthem," and I'm like, "Bro, I think you're forgetting how bad Anthem was."
Yeah, I played through that whole story, like, and I was so disappointed. And what's so disappointing about that game in particular is that and this is my personal opinion, I feel like the game plays so well, like the mechanics, just the moment-to-moment combat feels great. I think they did a fantastic job with that, but everything else about the game is a failure. No question about it.
Hey man, don't mince words.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting? Did you ever play Infinity Blade when it was a big thing on iOS devices back in the day? It was like it was built on the Unreal Engine, and the whole draw was that you'd play this Unreal Engine game on your stupid iPod. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
What kind of a game was it? I don't think
it was like Fruit Ninja meets Knights, and I just reminded myself that I've seen some of these weapon designs before, and it was because Epic made these weapons with like these swords with these circles in the middle for that game Infinity Blade, and I was like, feels really freaking familiar, and this is where it is, and this like knight design kind of comes from that game too. In some
I wonder
aspects.
if we've got some of the same developers over the years.
Perhaps.
On this game.
I'll have to look at the history of Counterplay. Okay, what the heck is going on?
I
don't understand this boss fight at all.
Oh no. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, I'm dead.
Just to catch up on some of the comments.
Yeah.
Limit Breaker had mentioned Final Fantasy XIV, which I have been tempted by a few times, but I've never gotten into. He really likes the cadence of that game. It sounds like they have a 2-year expansion timeline, and yeah, and it sounds like he has thoughts about Reddit and people being kind of way over the top. And
yeah, I had shared, so Limit Breaker, I had shared that opinion that I shared with you yesterday on Twitter about this kind of having the soul of an old game, and people were like, I don't know what the hell you're even talking about, man. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, just like trolling me. Like, people find any excuse to defend this game, and I'm like, I'm not even defending it. I'm just trying to say that I think it gets the basic tenets of like what a video game is really right. Like, it doesn't involve the formula. That's fine. It's honestly, I'm having fun playing it. It's,
yeah,
you know, it's
like, is that a crime?
No, but people want it to be like this like amazing spectacle, and I think some of that is because, I mean, that's what we're used to with games now. Everything is like moving the medium forward like a crazy amount, you know.
That's what I heard somebody kind of bring up that discussion. Like, everything is sort of discussed in light of the opportunity of being Game of the Year.
Yeah, and I kind of hate that a lot because it puts this undue pressure on all these like games that are not that to like perform better. And I'm like, a lot of these games come down to talented people. If you don't have talented writers, or if you have a talented writer and you don't use them right, that's a problem. If you have a talented artist and you don't use them right, that's a problem. Does that mean that the game is going to be like bad because it's not on par with like a Red Dead or, you know, a Demon Souls remake? No, but some of these studios just don't utilize their talent properly, or you know, their funding gets put into the wrong things. I mean, that's very much what happens sometimes.
I mean, if anybody has ever worked with people anywhere, like, the idea of creating a video game is mind-boggling.
I mean, I'm helping make one right now, and we've had to have a lot of conversations. We lost one of our artists because she's really busy, and she was a really talented character artist.
Dang.
Oh my gosh. Ouchie. She was a really talented character artist, and she was like, I'm in college, I can't do this right now. You know, I thought I'd have more time, and I'm really busy. And so we have this like younger artist who's also really good, but she's not a character artist, she's an environment artist. So we had to like figure out, okay, well, we're gonna do a pixel art game anyway. So how can we leverage, you know, this person's skills so that we can still make this game happen, you know, because like we're in that desert of like the art is completely stopped, which means I have a hard time writing because I don't know what
you don't know what you're writing into.
I don't know what I'm writing into.
Yeah,
that's
interesting. But like, so these kinds of things are just like anything else, and they happen under pressure, like
this rapier. Holy
resolving conflict, working within limitations. I mean,
yeah, really,
there's no way around it.
I mean, I imagine that the Godfall team really wanted some of these things to be better.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Nobody wants to make a bad game.
No, not at all. But
no.
If you have, listen, if you have a team of, you know, 20 people, and even one or two of the key people are like, this is just a day job for me, it's gonna impact the quality of the game. And there's plenty of people in video games who are like, I'm just doing this for a paycheck. And it has nothing to do with whether or not they're truly passionate about games. And that can easily affect the, you know, outcome of stuff.
Right.
If somebody makes
just like anything, I'm sure the grind like can wear on people.
Oh yeah, I'm sure this game was in production for like 2 or 3 years.
Right.
You know, and that's going to impact things quite a bit.
But honestly, like, we're just reacting to what other people have said.
Right.
I mean, your experience has been mostly positive.
Yeah.
I mean, in these first.
I think having
hours.
enriching conversation while I play is certainly helpful, but I'm generally enjoying it. I mean, it feels like the parts of Dark Souls that I like, with just exploring and running around, and like I like these really gothic environments. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. And I like that the combat has a good flow to it. Like, I don't know what else people are really expecting other than they want a AAA game with this kind of budget to have.
I've got a question about like the area you're in right now.
Yeah.
Have you like finished the mission and you're just like looting? Like it just gives you like a larger area to pick stuff up in?
So these are all technically open areas. I've just been following map markers, but I went off the map a little bit because I've got this other thing I gotta go do. But
because it seems like that's sort of like, as I've been watching, that's sort of like the rhythm. Like
yeah,
you kind of ramp up to a big battle, and then there's just like a ridiculous amount of loot everywhere.
yeah,
And then maybe you like start ramping up towards like another boss-like kind of enemy.
yeah. Basically, I mean, in that sense, it's a dungeon crawler through and through, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think people who expected this to be some like 10 out of 10 masterpiece with like a story that like is like the second coming of Jesus or something, and the like
Sanctum. How complete are your
I don't know what
archives?
people are expecting if they hate it so much.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
I think
I
the
stopped getting new
like the
weapons
game will
altogether.
find its community. I mean, the people who enjoy it they'll crop up and come together.
Yeah, and it really takes people need to just lay off. Like, people just need to lay off trying to bury games, because like clearly this is not for the people who are like, I hate linear dungeon crawlers with like so-so stories. I mean, it's really that easy. Oh, I got 2 of these. All right. And one's a
Well,
little bit.
what do you say? Have we given it a good look this evening?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there anything else you think you want to show the viewers here?
Was there any other questions that we didn't get to?
No other questions. Some healthy conversation about what Reddit has become.
Yeah. I mean, I love Reddit, but man, it's something else. Sometimes. So, but I'm complete. If you're good.
All right. Well, hey, this has been a fun time looking at what looks like a fun game, Godfall, and we just want to thank you all for joining us. I am the mildly morose man, and Eli is every now and then mildly morose too. So we have a fun time together here on the channel.
Yeah.
This is actually a lot easier to do.
Making
This
videos.
live streaming business.
Yeah.
So, just while we're in this sort of drought of information on Beyond Good and Evil 2, that's going to be sort of our focus for the time being. And, you know, we usually stream on Thursday evenings. So, if there's something to be streamed, that is when you can expect it.
Yeah.
There are all sorts of games coming out. Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla just came out, and I'm interested in taking a look at that game, a deeper look. Immortals Phoenix Rising is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077. So
Yeah, we'll skip the intro part where you can customize your genitals so we don't get demonetized on YouTube.
we'll make sure to be careful about what we show on Cyberpunk, but there's all sorts of good stuff. So keep an eye on the channel. It's been great chatting with you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
For watching. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next time.
Thanks so much. Y'all have a good one.
I'm gonna end